Here's the reason why you might be feeling like a failure. The biggest thing I've found out and kind of like been like, I guess, going through is we have to learn to dissociate the action or the thing that you've done from your identity. So you may have done something and you may have actually failed in that endeavor, but the thing is, you're not the failure, you just failed in something. And I think I think for me especially, I think I just really forget to take away the action from my identity. So like there's a lot of things that have been going on in my life, I'm going to be pretty honest with that, but I kept putting that on myself. I kept saying, oh, I'm a failure, or I did this, or I did that. But just because you make a mistake doesn't mean that you are a mistake. And I think that's one thing that we have to remember. And I think I was reading this in a book and they're talking about like child psychology and how parents have this tendency to always call their child the thing that the child's doing. So if the child gets a question wrong, they're always like, oh, you're dumb or you're stupid. But the child isn't stupid or the child isn't dumb. They just got the question wrong. You know what I mean? Or the child may have, I don't know, not learned how to be clean as they grew up or didn't get taught how to be clean. So they're just labeled as that messy child because every time the child does something, it's left in a mess or it's not done to a high standard. So now that child is labeled as messy when no, you just made a mess. You weren't a messy person. So yes, I understand you can be a messy person. But what I'm saying is if we don't start learning to dissociate the action from the identity, then it's just going to ruin your whole life. And that's what I'm really trying to learn today. That there are some circumstances that can happen to you in life. It doesn't make you a failure. It doesn't make you a loser. You know what I mean? Like I have been feeling like a loser. But just because I lost in one thing doesn't mean that I'm a loser in everything. And so I think you just have to learn to take the action away from your identity. I made a mistake, but I'm not a mistake. I may have failed in this endeavor, but I'm not a failure. I simply just failed to do something correctly. Now I can learn from it and just correct the mistake. And now I'm just a winner because I just learned. So it's all about perspective. It's all about learning to just really change the way that we kind of label ourselves. Don't put these rush labels on yourself. I mean, for me personally, I've been doing it. So that I think that's the main thing. That could be the reason, and I don't know for you, that's the reason why I've been feeling like a loser, like a failure, but that is probably the main reason. You are just continuing to just label yourself with the things that you've been doing. And I just think we need to stop doing it. I need to stop doing it. So that could be one of the reasons that you continue to feel like something that you're not, because you're just walking around in a different frame of mind when really you weren't a mistake, you just made a mistake. So I don't know if that makes any sense. I don't know if that helps any of you guys. That's what I'm trying to just really wrap my head around. And just because you lost in something, and I'm not talking about my last video, I'm just talking about you could just feel like you lost in life. You lost something or you're grieving something. It doesn't mean that you're stuck in perpetual grief either. It just means that you're just going through a season of just being sad and you're going to get out of it. So I love you guys. I hope that helps you and have a blessed rest of your day. I'm going to go get a coffee and enjoy the rest of this day. Peace out.